These are my thoughts for week 1. Today we were put into groups. I was put in a group with Lynn, James and Charles. And we had a really nice conversation to begin with, talking about sort of what direction we would like to go in with the collab. And our first task was just to make something like quite quick as a group. And we all decided to go down a path of making things individually and then coming together all at once after. And our common theme that we were looking on, as we were all interested in it, was sort of the situation and the climate of lockdown and how all of our lockdowns have been the same. We've all been under this one sort of umbrella of a lockdown, however, everyone's been differently. So it's almost quite autobiographical. Can't say that word. But it's quite interesting. So what we ended up making was individual pieces, like a little drawing on an A4 piece of paper of how we felt our lockdown, how we, in our own sort of artistic style, how it was made. Mine involved sort of elements of light and dark and rainbows of sexuality, depression, sort of understanding the mix of those two ideas together. And as well as different experiences that I went through over the process. James, they did a lot of stuff about sort of the climate of the area of what everything happened during lockdown. Lynn was very positive about his lockdown, and Charles the same. But what we really wanted to do to tie this all together as well was to create just a little poem or a little speech of our own words and have it recorded digitally and then play it together sort of out of sync, because a lot of the whole world sort of went very digital for those few months, and well, we still are, but having that link between us talking about lockdown and how, even though we are back together for a very long time, for 7 months or so, we were all digital online. So that was sort of our idea, and I think it went really well. Just as a quick task altogether, I think we communicated really well. It was a bit of a performance piece. It was a good first try of doing anything like that. I think the next step that we wanted, we were all really interested in lockdown. I think that's going to definitely be the next step of what we're going to look at throughout the entirety of FAC, hopefully. But it's still early. But it is something that we're all... And it's nice to sort of be together in a group and learn from everyone's experiences and learn what everyone's been through during lockdown. Because even though we were in touch digitally, it's still some things that usually is the same person and it is digital. So yeah, that's week 1. It's been alright.